So yeah, it's like this is what they wanted to happen.
Looking forward a little bit. How's this?
You know what I mean? It's like I feel so bad for him, man. I really do. Alright guys, where do I begin? You know, I originally wanted to make this video almost a week ago, you know, and I was putting some edits together, and then the live stream happened. The epic Cities in the Sky Colossal fail that it was. It was horrible. But I was happy to see what I could see. You know what I mean? Luckily, it didn't give a whole bunch away, but I was kind of hoping it would give something away. But yeah, and then, you know, it is what it is. And then some Chinese player uploaded 2 hours just straight gameplay. I was like, wow, okay. And then the insight video came out, and all of this happened, and I was sitting here thinking, the premise of my video is not going to be true anymore, right? Like, I'm not going to be able to do it. But luckily, the more I dug, the sadder I was, because the premise is still true. Casual players versus pro builders in City Skylines 2. Where do we stand on this? Well, my name is Shawn. How's it hanging? I'm here to try and figure that out. If you are as excited as I am to see this game in our hands, then destroy the like button and or subscribe if you're new. And if you're upset about the game, let me know why in the comment section below. I'll try to alleviate some of your concerns. So, numerous times within these dev diaries, Colossal Order has expressly stated that the game is complex without being complicated, that they have made this game from the ground up with console players in mind. If you look at any of the footage, you can plainly see that the vanilla builds will look like highly modded Cities 1 builds. All of this is good for casual players. But what about the pros? What about us heavy builders who are used to spending hours on one section of the city and highway connection, the landscape masters, the prop placers, right? The perfectionists. Where's the beautification at for us? Now, we know it's in the game. I'm just saying that it's not showcased. It's not showed off. We will see so little individually placed props and vegetation variety. But they do show us the Paradox Mods menu tab, so at least we know we'll be getting some sort of verified mods from their modding partners. There is nothing upcoming from the dev diary that showcases any sort of beautification abilities a pro may be looking for. It just doesn't showcase it. I'm not saying it's not there, right? And I just really want to see it, and that's about where it stops for the pros. So, yeah, guys, I think it will be a little while before we see things like this. For one, people will be getting used to the new game and what assets vanilla has to offer, and then we have to slow the trickle of mods and assets coming out after launch, because you don't know which ones are going to be good, which ones are not. I would stick with the Paradox Mods tab, right, which I personally hope it is a torrential flow, that way you get more stuff to kind of sparse through. I think it will be a challenge at first for us pros to build some crazy stuff before a bunch of mods and assets get published and listed. So be expecting a bunch of vanilla builds, right? Which is okay, because the vanilla City Skylines 2 looks like heavily modded CS1, right? Even $2.20 said it took him a bunch of time and effort to get the keys to look the way they do, because apparently there aren't any in the game. I don't know if that's true or not. But it seems like he did a good job if there isn't, right? Which gives me hope for some extreme builds. So I really want to look at all the foliage and props. A lot of buildings seem to have most everything placed around it, so I hope this leaves room to edit and place other things. If not, I have to make a call to action for a modular building mod, something like Bob, right? I want to be able to manipulate all the billboard signage plastered all over every building. I'm just starting to get off on a tangent deep end here. Oh, also, editor Shawn here. Hi. I just forgot to mention that I'll be on Bonbon B's City Skylines 2 o'clock this coming up week. So, yeah, if you want to check that out, that's really all I got to say. He does make a lot of great, you want to check it out. There's some good information there. But, that's really all I got for you. That's all I want to say. That's all I got to say. Yeah, I'm out. Bye. Also, if I could go on a quick rant here, I kind of feel for the Cities in the Sky type of thing. Like, it was a gimmick, but it was still a cool thing for them to do at Gamescom. You know what I mean? It was like, it's a cool idea. It's just, for one, They didn't mix like regular City Skylines YouTubers in, which I understand. They wanted to have a bunch of new streamers that don't normally play City Skylines 2, who may be interested in introducing the City Skylines 2, may play it later, and all of their viewers don't play City Skylines 2, so they'll get a bunch of new eyes on the game. The problem is those aren't necessarily eyes that are into those types of games, and so you got streamers who wasn't really into that type of game, and therefore, you know, there wasn't like somebody who's going to just try to speed run the game or get as far as they can and figure out everything they possibly can. That way they can go home and look at the footage later, that type of stuff, or their subscribers can. You know what I mean? Like, there was nobody doing that. Until the following morning, they had Rudy Ringcamel on, which is awesome. He's a City Skylines YouTuber for the most part. He plays other games, but he does a lot of City Skylines, so I know he knows the game. And so that's cool, right? I just don't know why they didn't test the hardware and software and the stream. Like, you have to have it hardlined. You can't just use internet connection with the thing that high up in the air just swaying around. Like, would you really want to rely that many computers on just Wi-Fi internet connection? No, you're going to have to hardline the computers altogether, right? Which means the cable's going to have to run all the way down the crane and down into some sort of, you know, mother management system down below. And I just don't understand, you know, what they were thinking. Somehow they pulled it off, because the second stream the next morning wasn't so bad. It was still not that great, but it was far exceeded what the first one was. And so I don't know. So yeah, it's like, this is what they wanted to happen.
Want me to lean forward a little bit? How's this?
You know what I mean? It's like, I feel so bad for him, man. I really do. So please, if you are a casual builder, then let me know about what you think about the game so far. And if you're a pro builder, list what you want to see from the game, and you know that you would die to have, right? You never know. The devs may be watching. Also, on a brighter note, we have reached our member goal of 5, so let's bump it up to 10. You guys are monsters, man. And I've never seen anybody come and like and subscribe, you know, to somebody's channel so frequently. And I love you guys for that, you know what I mean? But it's that time. You gotta piss off.
2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me. Conversation and Hennessy. I've been to the motherfucking mountaintop.